Well, hello, it's Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Parksville, BC. And tonight, I've got a little sampler of the special paper that we're going to use, and I am going to show you the fun fold that we're going to do. Now, tonight, in deciding what I was going to do, I love this paper, and I thought which card would help the DSP to really shine. So that's how I decided on which fun fold we're going to do tonight. So, hello there. So, if anybody is joining me here live, make sure you comment so you can interact with us, as well as you'll be entered in the prize, as well as if you join me later in the replay, it applies to you as well. So let me know where you're from. Oh, there's Linda. Hello, Linda. Nice that you could join us. All right. Well, I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to show you the card that has inspired me. It has, oops, upside down. Hello there, Yvonne. Isn't it nice that you don't have to be local at home and you still can come and join us? That's great, Yvonne. So this fun fold, it looks like a normal card, but it actually folds this way. If I can turn it so you can kind of see it like that. And it opens up like that. Now, this card was made by Glenda Mullet. And of course, I keep my cards that are special, especially that have a special fun fold, and I love to be able to recreate. So that's what we're going to do with this gorgeous new colored paper, the specialty foil paper. So I am going to use the main color is Lost Lagoon. That's the color that matches very well with this paper. Oh, look, there's Wendy. Hello, Wendy. So nice you could join us too. Oh, and Vicky. Oh, super. All righty. So I will have all the measurements. Just give me a chance as I finish the live, and I'm going to put everything on my blog so you can see the card as well as all the recipe for it. So here is the card base technically, and what we're going to need to do with this one, and where did I put my trimmer? Oops, I left it over here on this side. I've been doing lots of things here this afternoon. All right. So this one is really simple in the sense that you have to kind of make sure you plan ahead because, as you can see here, this green piece is technically one, go this way. This piece here is all one piece. And it's just this piece that gets folded in half. And then you put these pieces on top. So with doing that, I had marked, let's see, I put a fine pencil mark. Now, watch me not be able, oh yes, I can see it. So you can see here, what I did is I went and I measured, going this way, 4, what was it, 4 1/4, but I'll have the rest. But anyway, 4 1/4 is here. So I made a tiny little pencil mark, and then I made a tiny pencil mark on the corner because it has to be pretty specific as to which corner you're turning. So I'll have some good pictures that you will be able to follow. And of course, you can watch the video if you have any more questions. Let me know. But we are going to mark it here on this score line and here on this score line. And we're just not going to cut it. We're just going to score it. So we're going to go like this. And then that's all we need the cutter for at this point because I've got all the other pieces all cut out. So here we go. So to start off with, we have some layering that we're going to do. And can you see close enough? Somehow I think when I did my video last night, I got a little bit further away there. Maybe that's a little easier to see. Okay, so we got some layering. This paper, as you can see, it does come with this color here, which to me looks a little more like Bermuda Bay. But this is the Lost Lagoon, and it's all with foils. And of course, this beautiful white with silver. So I'm focusing on the white, but where's my other white piece? Oh, it's stacked here. So what we want to do is we're going to mat these so that we have a border around each one of these. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to put this here, and I'll do it on my silicone mat again so that if I get anything sticky or off onto the mat, it's okay. It can be all wiped off very easily and doesn't get my workspace all dirty. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to put that on here. So make sure we got the even layers all the way around. That looks good. And then this one. So these two pieces are actually the same. The DSP is the same size and the white piece is the same. And now we're going to hear some sirens and the poor neighbor dog crying. Sorry. So sad to hear. Okay, and now we are going to put this piece, and I think it's like 4x4. But anyway, for sure, just check out my blog, which I did not put on here. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Let's go back here. Okay, there's my blog that you can go to for the measurements. Just give me a little bit of time for later this evening and I will have it all posted. And then you can be able to make this fun fold yourself. So we got that now. Okay. Now we are going to start by doing a little bit of stamping. So this piece is for the inside. So Glenda had, of course, stamped inside. And of course, to make it kind of an easel, you need one piece to kind of stand up. You like that paper? I know. The colors and the foil, it's just gorgeous. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use the matching one here, which I'll show you what the punch that we're going to use it for in just a minute. But I'm going to use this to make a piece on the bottom. All my goodies inside there. So let's see if we can make a pattern with this one. Oops, you know what? I forgot the color. Oh no! Hang on, I gotta get the stamp pad. Oh no! I'm coming. I've been prepping pears today as they were getting so ripe. And so I'm baking something, and oh man, it smells so lovely in here. I wish I could share that with you guys. All right. So now I'm going to put this piece of paper so that it is going to hang over a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to stamp them kind of on as a border. Let's see if we can get 4 on there. Let me look inside the card again. What will we do? I think we're going to put one here on the end because otherwise you don't know for sure if it's going to fit. And oh, and look at that, it does. But then that way you don't have one that's going to be hanging. You can make that decision if you want to put something else in there, but it will fit. There we go. All right. So that's all we need for that. So that's our inside. So of course, not on the scored side, but the other side is where we're going to put this long piece in here. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on here. And we've got lots of room then to write as well. Oh, come on. Get in there. And then we're going to put our little pop up there in a minute. But let's just get this in here. Okay. Now, as you saw, we had Rosie's bringing me her toys. Oh, yes. I don't think I can play right now. Sorry, Rosie. She's hoping. Okay. All right. Now, so we're going to take one of these. We're going to put one on the front, and then we're going to put one of these on the side here. And we just want to kind of center it in there. Just like that. Okay. So that's the inside. And now we're going to work on the outside. So again, let's have a look at this piece. This is the piece that is going to flop. So let's just kind of bend. Well, we could use our bone folder and do it the proper way. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Okay, so here we go. So just so you can kind of see again, here is our paper, and this piece actually is going to go up. So we're going to take this piece now, and we are going to put that on here. So make sure you don't put the glue or adhesive right up to the edge. You only want to put it a little bit. This edge doesn't matter because it's going to be hugging the very edge of that paper, so it's okay. So we're going to basically put it like that. And it's upside down. Yes, it is. Now I'm going to be careful how I put this down because you can see there's more. Yes, Rosie. Oh boy, she wants attention tonight. Yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, you can't do it right now, okay? Because I want to put something here. So I'm going to snug it in there just so that it's, let's see if I can show you. Can you see the edge here? I don't want it showing that it's not going on anything. So I'm making sure it's going right snug to, oh, you can't see, right snug to this corner, and then right snug, go down to that corner. Can you see how it's there? Okay. So basically, this is now the front. Now we're going to do the same thing on here. So we're going to put some adhesive on here. Okay. Now, we want to center this nicely in here. Okay. Make sure it's, oops, I'm going to push it over a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's the beginning of our card. There's our specialty paper. And you can see the mechanism already is working. All right. Now, what I thought, because she had used a, of course, a die, but I am actually going to use a piece of white paper that I'm going to put inside this punch, this tag topper. And so we're going to kind of use it as our sentiment holder. So we're going to stick this in here. Does it fit? Well, I thought that scrap worked. We need to cut off just a little tiny bit because it's about 2 inches that you need. Yeah, so maybe just a little bit less. Okay, that's what we need. Okay, now we're going to put this in here. See how it nicely slides. Turn it over so that you make sure you've got it right to the end. And also you've got it centered so that you have this centered. So you've got a little bit of space on either side. Punch. You get a little bit of a mess with that one, but that's okay. So here, what I want to do is have it hang over, but I want it to come about here. So that means I am going to snip a little bit of this off. And I'm going to do the same thing now on this side. So we're going to push it through. Oh boy, now she's bringing another toy. Oh, if I didn't catch on the first time, she's going to try the other toy. Okay, so now we got this here like this. Okay, And now we're going to choose a sentiment. What should we choose? I don't know if I'm ready for Let It Snow. Make the season sparkle. You know what? I think because we're using such sparkly paper, I love that sentiment. That's a really pretty one. So why don't we use that? And then what we are going to do, now you could stamp, I should say with this stamp again, we could stamp on here and we still might do it. But another thing I thought we could do is we have another set in our annual catalog called Season of Chic. And I love it because it has several seasons. And of course, one is snowflakes. And look at here. We've got two sizes. No, we got three. Pardon me. Three sizes of snowflakes. So I thought maybe we would just try to see what that looks like first and then see if we want to add the others. So let's get our cutting plates here. And I am, of course, going to use some Lost Lagoon paper. Where did I have it? Right here. Okay. Make sure they're all facing down. Put it on my scrap here. Okay. Put that in there. All right. So pull this out. Oops. Let's not drop everything. And now we can make our decision. Sometimes when I'm creating a card, I take out a few things, like I took out 2 stamp sets, and then that way I can choose, this one's empty, choose which one I like better. So because this one has the punch and it doesn't have the die, that's what's nice about this one, is that we still have one that has some snowflake dies. So let's check it out. Now this one has a few, they're nice and easy to punch out, which is a good thing. There we go. One more. Okay, and this one had a few. I must have used this on some sparkle paper because there's like sparkle glitter everywhere here. We love our sparkle. Oops, get off of there. Okay, let's push that over there. All right, so now we can decide, do we want to just use dies? This is where you guys can help me. Okay, let's put this actually on the card so we can actually kind of have an idea. So tell me what you think. Oh, we forgot to even put our Merry Christmas on there. So we can have some of these hanging off. Let's see. What do you think? Then we still would have room for make it sparkle here. What do you think, ladies? And do we do it in Lost Lagoon? You know what? I kind of think we should do it in Lost Lagoon or black. What do you think? Black ink? There's 2 questions. Do we use the black Memento ink or do we use the Lost Lagoon, which is lost? Here we go. Lost Lagoon. Or do we put the dies on or do we stamp? So what it would look like if we did stamp it. Black ink, okay. And what about the dies? Are we stamping or are we? So let's say this is the die here. I mean, we could put some of them hanging off and then put our sentiment. What do you guys think? Anyone else got an opinion? Are we going to use the dies? Ugh. Let's get this. You like that with the dies? Okay. Well, let's see where we could put this. Maybe we will put, it almost looks like it will fit better on the bottom in here. So I'm going to try it here. Put some off paper. Here. The dies, yeah. I like the stamp, but in this case, I think I like the dies too, Vicky. So how are we going to do this? Kind of over, well, again, let's see it on the paper so we can see what we're doing here. And I think if you hang this over on the paper, that the other paper, that will look really, really nice. So something like that, I think that might look pretty good. And are we going to pop it? I think we need to pop it. So let's pop it. Okay. Put this on here. Let's see. And one in the middle so it doesn't cave. Okay. So, yes, this is a really cool tag topper. Love it that you can make sentiments with it as well. Okay. So I am going to pop this on and then see again. This is why I said I'm being careful in where I'm planning where I'm putting the foils, because there's no foil here, even though it's beautiful. But that's why I want to put my snowflake tag right on there so that I don't cover up these beautiful ones. So there, we got that. Okay. So what do you think? Do you think that looked pretty good? No, I think we have to. How did I have it? How did I have it? Down? Oh boy. Yeah, I think maybe something like that, because you want to kind of stick with the threes. So because they're so delicate, I am going to use glue, and that's why I wanted to pop up that tag holder. So very carefully just put a teeny little bit of glue. And of course, if you have difficulty putting little bits of glue, you could always put those with the the adhesive on the back, and then that way they would stick really easily. I'm going to make sure this guy's kind of hanging up a bit. So I'm not going to put the glue on those two sides. I'm going to put it mostly over here, because I think that might look nice for it to kind of be hanging over. Now, I can tell right now I'm going to have a little bit too much glue. And again, remember my trick. You take it and make sure you dab it off so that you don't have too much glue oozing out of there. That's not a very pretty sight when you do that. Okay, how did I have it? This was going to come down and this was going to go up. So kind of like that. Okay. And then this one, we're going to put on here. Same thing, a little bit too much glue. Okay, and then we're going to stick this on here like this. Okay, and of course another thing you could do is very easily put some wing Castella also on there as well. But now we need some embellishments. Oop. Got these guys over here. Lost Lagoon. What color, ladies? Does that match with it? No. You know what matches with it? And I think they are actually still on not available, but I have some. They are gorgeous. This is the ones that go with the winter meadow, and they're pretty. You can see why they're not available at this moment, because they're too popular. Aren't they gorgeous? Very nice. So what we're going to do is put some sparkle on here. So we're going to put maybe, oh, can I drop it? Wants to go on my finger. Okay, and down you go. Okay, and I think these ones are all the same size. So are we going to put them off? I think we are. I don't want to put it on top of the Oops, that's not exactly where I wanted it. I'm not going to put them all on the sentiment. What do you think? Maybe 2? Oh, no, I don't want to put 3 in a row. Maybe here. All right. So there we have this card now that you can see how sparkly it is and shiny, gorgeous. And of course, oh, we're not done yet. And then we've got the inside, but we need something now for the easel. So this is where we should do one more of that little die. Where's that little die? Right under here. So it's kind of fun to be able to have a die that it kind of just hooks onto. It's underneath. Oh dear. We'll get this right. Got to get our layers. 1, 2, and now we get our paper. It doesn't get off my finger. Okay, now we got the right layering for our sandwich. Okay. Woo! So here we go. Let's take this out. All right, now a little tiny mini should fit really nicely in the middle of that. So we're just going to turn this over because this is really important we pop this because we need the card to have enough to be able to kind of poke on it. So I don't want it to go too far up. What do you think? We could kind of put it in the middle of here. I kind of think that might be kind of cool. And then it kind of hooks onto there. Whoops, you can't see it. And then it hooks on there like that. Isn't that cool? So let's see if I can tip it so you can see it. Isn't that neat? You like that? Has anybody done this fold before? It's pretty cool. So there we did it. We have made a nice Christmas or winter card and a really cool fun fold. And like you saw with the first card that I showed you, it doesn't have to be a Christmas card at all. It can be any DSP that you want to show off. This is a nice card for that because you can show it off beautifully. So there you've got some new ideas, I hope, ladies. And so you can look on my website, the one you see here, madelinescraftroom.net, and check out the more details there. Thanks very much, ladies. Bye for now.